Today we're going to investigate a great Italian Jewish composer. No, not the well-known Salomone Rossi. But first, let's set the scene. Jews have lived in the Italian peninsula for more than 2,000 years. Jews were found throughout the Roman Empire. In fact, the Italian Jewish community is the oldest Jewish diaspora community in Europe. As early as the 2nd century before the Common Era, Jews were involved in commerce between Judea and Italy, traveling back and forth. And before the advent of Christianity, many pagan Romans were attracted to Judaism's monotheism, and they identified as Jews by religion. After the Jewish revolt in the year 70, many Judeans were exiled to Rome, as we see depicted on the Arch of Titus, Judean captives carrying the spoils of the great Jerusalem temple, including the menorah and the trumpets. Italian Jews have their own tradition, sometimes called Nusach Roma, not Ashkenaz and not Sepharad, Italiani. Some great Italian food recipes are of Jewish origin, like caponata. But then other Jews came to join the original Jewish communities in Italy. After the expulsions from Spain in 1492 and from Portugal in 1495, some Jews sought refuge in Italy and formed Sephardic diaspora communities there. Later, Jews immigrating from the north, from Austria and Germany, formed the Ashkenazi communities. Now we turn to the city of Livorno. Livorno, from the late 18th century onwards, was an important Jewish center. The opening of the new Livorno synagogue in 1789 was marked by special musical performances. There was an organ in the synagogue, and composed music was played at weddings. This famous painting by the British Jewish artist Solomon Hart depicts the holiday of Simchat Torah in the Livorno synagogue in 1850. The major force in this musical renaissance was the composer Michele Bolaffi. Bolaffi was a figure of international stature, having served as composer, conductor, accompanist, poet, essayist, and translator. His career brought him from Italy to England, Germany, and France. He composed several successful secular works that were published in Florence and Venice. It was Bolaffi who led the special musical performances for the opening of the new Livorno synagogue in 1789. In 1826, Bolaffi published a collection of choral settings of the synagogue liturgy, Versetti posti in musica, verses set to music. Look at the cover with this massive archway, with the little angels holding the laurel wreath. See the shofar and the trumpet, and the biblical nevel, harp or a lyre. The inscription reads, Zamru l'Adonai b'chinor, make music to God with the harp. The collection contains 14 compositions for 1 or 2 solo voices, choir, and basso continuo, including one with full orchestra. Michele Bolaffi composed Mizmor LeDavid, a setting of Psalm 29, for a performance by choir and keyboard at a festive occasion in the Livorno synagogue. Here is the first page, Salmo con coro, andante maestoso, a psalm with chorus, majestic at a moderate tempo. The choir is in 3 parts, but the music is also written in such a way that the bottom 2 parts could be played on an organ. His composition became so popular that by the beginning of the 20th century, it was sung without harmonies in synagogues throughout the world and was assumed to be a Sephardic folk song. How did Bolaffi's music travel so far, and why was it considered Sephardic? The yeshiva in Livorno attracted scholars from all over the Mediterranean, many of them Sephardim. When they returned to their Sephardic communities in France, in North Africa, and in the Eastern Mediterranean, they brought the Livorno melodies with them, now listed as traditional. So, here is Bolaffi's setting of Mizmor LeDavid. There are many verses, all using the same melody. The priority here is congregational singing, but with beautiful harmony.